Today's the 27th of June 2022 and term is very close to the end for me, so I'm nearly on my summer holidays, just half a day left. But we come down today to Palmanova, and I think about a week ago someone said, could you point out where the doctors and dentists are? So here we are in Palmanova, and behind us here we have the National Health Clinic for Palmanova. It's quite a big clinic. It's where we have to come, or sometimes if we want to have blood tests, or at least we used to have to come here, and it was the main centre during COVID for the area. It's not far from the roundabout that enters the east side of Palmanova, but probably you'll get a better idea where it is if we start walking. So when you're coming into Palmanova, there's a big car park here, which if you're lucky, like now, there's plenty of parking spaces. But if you probably come here in the daytime, it's not so easy to find a parking space. So we've parked up, and that's the medical centre. It's the National Health Service Medical Centre. So if you are in possession of a EHIC card, then you show them that as you're going. If you're from the UK, you might have a GHIC card. I really don't know how they work, so you can try that. But it is part of the National Health Service here in Mallorca, Spain. And there are other doctors dotted throughout Palmanova, and if we spot any, I'll point them out. But they are private, and they won't be accepting EHIC or GHIC. You'll have to have your holiday insurance or pay as you go. And of course, paying medical fees can be a little bit costly, so the recommendation there is make sure you are fully insured for all eventualities. This walkway we're on actually is a lovely walkway. It goes all the way up to the top there and on down into Magaluf, onto Santa Ponsa, really, I suppose. See where we are now, the Parmanova Hotel and the Parmanova Palace Hotel just up to our right. We're going down to the left, crossing the road here, taking our lives in our hands. Building just in front, Repsol, is an oil gas company, so a lot of people here use bottled gas, and Repsol is the place that, or one of the places that actually delivers it to you. It's the Sabbadel Bank, and there's something new opening here. Danish. That used to be a bank as well, but now it's going to be called
Danish or Norwegian restaurant.
Scallop. We're going to look out for that one when it opens. It looks as though it's opening soon. The roundabout in the middle has got the flags, and this is the memorial that was set up for the Guardia Civil officers that lost their lives. So those of you who need somewhere to pinpoint where we are, that's a good landmark. And the road we're going down now takes us down to the seafront. Cayuco in front. A lot of locals use that. Have a coffee, have a beer, or some tapas. I don't think I told you the time, but it's about, well, it's quarter past 7:15 in the evening. So our walks now are either going to be early in the morning or late in the evening, because the daytime temperatures just get too hot. And Anita's just pointed out that the pharmacy thermometer tells us that it's 30 degrees Celsius. In other words, it's pretty warm. It doesn't feel warm.
Yes.
Oh, it does. 30 degrees Celsius, got to be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit in old money. Hello.
In lockdown, I was in love with watching your guys' videos because I missed being here so much, and you made
Really nice to bump into them and saying how much they've been enjoying the videos. So, oh, thank you. Makes us feel good, and it's why we do them. And just over the weekend, we've had another 30 or so subscribers. So that's fantastic. That's another thing that gives us that bit of encouragement. More people who subscribe. Oh, it's just pointing us in the right direction. It just helps us to know that people are appreciating what we do. So if you haven't subscribed, then somewhere down below there's a subscribe button, and you just hit it and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely totally free. But it allows you to see when the updates are a bit quicker than just allowing YouTube to show them. Oh, right. Agimoli is a place that I come to sometimes for really quite interesting food. Closed today?
Closed on a Monday.
Oh, dear me, that's a bit unlucky, isn't it? Some people are asking about where should we go and do shopping. If you're staying in Parmanova, then Eroski is actually quite reasonably priced. You might find some of the other places a little bit more expensive along the front, but Eroski's quite close and quite reasonably priced. Schools have broken up now, so most of the schools have broken up now. I think Anita goes to the works at the school that works the longest, or certainly goes furthest into the summer. So
Last day tomorrow for me.
last day for Anita tomorrow, and that's children, and still be they don't actually finish till the end of the week.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. And for me,
Teachers
it's
are in on
just
Friday as well. Some of them.
last of the teachers' meetings tomorrow, and then we finish at lunchtime, have a few drinks, say goodbye to everyone. Just getting down to the front now. We usually start our videos by the heart, but look what's happened.
Oh no!
It's gone.
Oh no!
What's happened to the heart?
What?
There's a little
sad.
plastic cone in its place. Oh dear. I'm wondering if there's been a bit of something going on, because there's a tree missing here. That's a big tree to have gone as well. Wow. We need to find out what's happened to the heart. Tennis tournament, which was on in 18th to the 25th of June, that's now finished, but Wimbledon started. So if you're the sort of person who likes their tennis fix, then you've got a couple of weeks of Wimbledon to enjoy. Our man Rafa Nadal is going to be there, so we should see him perform. He's been playing really well recently. He's not really a grass court player, but he has been practicing on the grass. He was actually practicing here in Mallorca at Santa Ponsa, and he's obviously very much looking forward to it. He's had lots of problems with his legs, knees, feet, ankles, I don't know, some part of his lower body,
Needed for tennis.
and it's just good that he's actually given it all he's got. Because he's not one of the youngsters anymore. I think when we started watching him, he was one of the young up-and-coming players, and now he's one of these players who's coming towards the end of his career. So a good run at Wimbledon would be a nice topping on the cake for him, I'm sure. Well, in France. So just walking,
nice breeze actually, isn't it?
yeah, just walking along the front here. There is a bit of a breeze, and I know that causes sound issues, which one day I will sort out, and I've had lots of recommendations of how to do it. Just not very good at following them up. The bar here, Can Blanc, is looking reasonably busy. But now the high season is upon us. Earlier on today I got some emails, and one of them was a little bit disturbing, upsetting I suppose really, and it was Michelle who'd been contacting me and telling me they were coming over, staying at the Santa Lucia, and she said that she got the 11:45, she got a taxi from her home. Hey, hello, how are you?
Do you?
Keep watching. You might be on the next one.
You won't be on this one. Bye.
Cheers. So Michelle set off from home. She had a taxi, and the taxi took her down to the coach station. She got on a coach, and that took her to Gatwick Airport. She got there about 3 o'clock in the morning. Unearthly hours, aren't they? And plenty of time for her flight, which was due to take off around about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then she was told that her flight was cancelled, and she was going to be rescheduled on another flight at 7:30 or thereabouts, and told then to go to the gate, and then 30 minutes before they were due to leave, they were told, no, this one's been cancelled as well, you'll have to wait. So she sent me that email at about 12 noon. She was supposed to have been flying at 6 that morning. Anyway, later on in the day I did get another email from her to say that they had managed to get a flight, and instead of arriving at 9 o'clock in the morning, they arrived at nearly 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So totally exhausted. That's nearly 24 hours of being up and awake, and going to need a holiday to recover from that, I think. Anyway, they're here now, enjoying the holiday. She says it's nice and warm for her. So Michelle, I hope you're going to enjoy the time that you're here in Mallorca, and maybe, you never know, maybe we'll be bumping into you. Someone else who's contacted me, who's come all the way from California, is Peruz and his family, and he's staying here. He's going to be here for a few weeks, so hopefully we'll catch up with him, if not tonight, on another occasion. And he tells me how he and his family have been watching in California during the lockdown period. So it's really good to know that people are watching these videos from all over the place. I think if you've been to Parmanova in the past, then you'll start to recognise Parmanova as being back to normal more or less now. Busy. Well, if you're looking to go to the stadium tonight, it's closed on a Monday. Come back on Tuesday.
Actually, places are closed on Mondays.
Yeah. We usually walk around the headland. I don't know why we've actually come this way, because we never come this way usually.
Well, just follows you.
And I just followed my nose. So we usually actually walk around. It's a little bit different, isn't it? Someone else was asking about bus stops.
Do you want to ask about some tickets for Marineland here?
Well, we can do, but yeah, here's the bus stop. And you'll find all the names of the different places here. And these are different bus routes. So this is 123, 104, 105, and the A11 is the one that takes you to the airport. And up here, it tells you what time the next one's coming in. Even tells you the temperature, 27.8 degrees Celsius. So the next one is probably the one, Magaluf to Palma. It's coming in 3 minutes, and it's the 103. So really quite easy to operate. We're going to take the grandchildren to Marineland.
Nails?
You want to take them to have their nails done as well? No, no, no.
You're 7 asking.
They're only 3 and 6.
How much they can do as a deal for it.
So here you can get your tickets for Pirates and Marineland. Oh, there you go, there's a thing for Marineland. Senior citizens page 60 years plus 60. We're going to invest. So we just bumped into Mark and Helen from Northampton, and they're on holiday here in Parmanova. They've been here lots of times before, and it's been really nice to bump into you.
Yeah, it's been lovely, yeah. We go out.
Thanks really for stopping and saying hello, because that's really what keeps us going.
Yeah,
And
we
enjoy
watch
the
all the time. 6 months now.
Fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your holiday anyway.
We will do.
Thank
very
you.
much. Lovely
Thank
to
you,
meet
Nina.
you.
Thank you,
Lovely to
Steve.
See you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's us being real tourists actually. We've just been into Lemon. And never been in here before. We've just been to book our tickets for Marineland. And I'd been looking to do it online and been looking for a promotional code. And one automatically pops up online. You think, oh, I'm getting a bargain. We actually bought the tickets cheaper here than they were available online. So hope it all works out. We're going on Thursday. Probably make a video while we're there. But Vicky, do you say?
Yeah,
Vicky's been really helpful and sorted us out. And we'll be going with the grandchildren.
They can't wait.
We took them a couple of years ago to Marineland, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. But they're just that little bit older now. They're 3 and 6. So last year we took them.
Yeah.
Oh, so they were 2 and 5 last year. So I think they're going to appreciate it a lot more.
I think Sabbanova's closed today as well.
Oh, it's the day of rest for the bars and restaurants. So Nova Etapa is one place we like to go to for our snacks. Didn't time that very well, did we? And then there's McDonald's. No, Jim, we're not going in there. If you're watching. I think the temperature's dropping a little bit. It's actually quite pleasant now. It's not as bad as it was a week or so ago. Some of the bars may have closed this afternoon, but shops are open, and Anita's eye has been caught. Yeah, a place to get your sunglasses. We were in Santa Ponsa. I lose track of time. When was that? Yesterday, day before, because we did the sunset. And we noticed 1 or 2 stalls that were popping up on the promenade down there. And the same's happening here in Parmanova. So you'll go out for your evening walk and you'll see these different stalls setting up. Just walking past the Tropico. Mark and Helen. They're having a great time, I think. Seems to be a lot of people on the beach. The temperature's nice now. So for those of you who are interested about the prices, I'm sure you are interested in the prices for Marineland. Under fours, which our youngest is, she's only 3, so they are €12. Children, so the next one up is 6, so she goes into the next category, which is €18. Actually, and that's the child category. And then we didn't actually go beyond that because apparently pensionistas, or people over 60, giving their ages away here, if you're over 60, that's what they class as a pensionista on there. So they pay only the same rate as the child, which is why we get it substantially cheaper, I suppose. Instead of 27. Every little counts, as they say. It was on the board outside that it was 60 plus.
Yeah, we wouldn't have known that booking online, though.
No. Well, I don't know. What I looked at online was a family ticket. And the family ticket was 2 adults and 2 children. And that worked out at €74 for a family ticket. So it obviously didn't take into account that the adults might be pensioners and one of the children might be under 4, so it pays to have a little look around and see if you can do it separately and get a better price. Seems wrong, doesn't it? But yeah, I remember doing that in England with the railways. I was booking to go from point A to point B, and it required me to change at a particular station, and I thought that fare looked a little bit expensive, so I looked at the fare to go to the changing station and the changing station to our destination, and it was cheaper to do that as separate fares, which is wrong, isn't it? They should have this organised. If you want another strange story, Anita and I had to go to a wedding a few years ago in August, and flights were horrendous, really, really expensive. So I thought, well, where is it cheaper to fly to? And one of the cheapest places we could find was Sweden.
Norway.
Oh, sorry, Norway. Thank you for correcting me. It was Norway.
With Ryanair.
With Ryanair. And a flight from Norway then to Liverpool. And that's exactly where we wanted to be. The wedding was going to be close to Liverpool. So it was really quite perfect. It meant a long journey, but we caught an aeroplane to Norway, got off the plane, picked our bags up, went back into the airport, and got on the plane again, a different plane, and went off to Liverpool. The funny thing was, we were chatting to a man on the aeroplane who was sitting next to us. He was from Norway, and he said, "How long are you going to be in Norway?" And I think we said about 2 hours. But
It was really expensive. In
the airport, everything was really, really, or seemed to me, to us, to be very expensive. I believe Norway is a little bit like that, but then people in Norway tend to be paid a lot more than people in Spain. So yeah, we did that. We
Whose wedding was that?
I think it was either, I think it was Kira's actually, or could it have been Selena? I can't remember. One of the weddings, the many weddings that we've been to in the past. And so this, maybe a similar thing will happen this summer. We've booked our flight to go to the UK, or we haven't booked a flight to come back. We intend to come back in August sometime, probably just in time for the football season. But if flights to Mallorca seem to be ridiculous, then we might fly somewhere else and then fly to Mallorca. And if it means we've got to stay somewhere else for a night, we might do that even. You never know. If we can actually fly to somewhere else in Spain, we get a 75% reduction in our airfare if we fly from anywhere in Spain to Mallorca. And it doesn't matter who we fly with, so you can fly with Ryanair or Iberia. It's one of the benefits of being a member of the residents here. Just going past the Calablanca. It's gone a little bit quieter. Not so many people on the beach here. Some nice boats out there. It does look nice. The Calablanca does look nice. It's got a fantastic view out here. Yeah, it's part of the Melia group. Just coming up to one of the restaurants, actually. It's been mentioned many times. We've never eaten here. This is Rogers. We said how good it is, so maybe on our list. We've got a little bit more walking to do yet because we haven't even reached the Santa Lucia. And I know someone is getting very excited about the Santa Lucia. Sean has written to me a few times this week saying how excited she is that she's going to be coming here in just a few days, I think on the 7th of July, so getting very, very close now. The place we have been to many times is the Barbuda beach, and looking very, very busy here, so I don't think we'll be going there. Anyway, we're going to go a little bit further on because we've heard a whisper that the Orion bar has gone through a transformation and it's the opening night tonight. How did I get that information? Our daughter in England. She's more up to date than us. She obviously seen something somewhere. Says the Orion bar is now open. It's not called the Orion bar. Only in the evening. Did she say evenings first? Yeah. Evenings first, and then they're going to work. They've obviously it's a brand new place, so they've got to get things, all the systems working. So they're going to try evening meals first, and they'll work on to evening meals and lunches, and eventually intend to offer really all day, breakfast included. So another place on our list. Just coming to the end of the middle beach. Still people in the sea swimming about. Had another message this afternoon as well, just before we came out. Somebody had been here for 3 days and told me how sunburnt she was. Keep putting on that suntan cream. Getting sunburnt is not a good idea. That really, yeah, it looks like a naval ship, but it's not. That is one of the top motor yachts. Might have to take a closer look at that. Just going past the restaurant area of the Santa Lucia. People having their evening meals now. I must say we've actually done that quite a few times ourselves. Well, I have, at least. When my family have been staying there quite often, join them in the hotel for the evening meal. like somebody brought half the beach up here full of sand. That's what I call style. Bring out your bottle of wine onto the terrace and enjoy the view.
Peloton gregario.
The boat in question is actually quite a long way away, so it might be off Rietas. So we've just been gazing at the boats, and we're now walking past the Santa Lucia. Fairly quiet on the outside now. I think everybody's in the restaurant having their evening meal, or like us, having a little walk around, looking at the bars, the shops, the beach. Still again quite a few people on the beach here, on the sand and in the sea.
10,000 steps.
Don't think I've done 10,000 steps today.
We're busy looking after our grandchildren for the day today. They stayed last night, and then we had a girls' shopping trip to Portopee with lots of treats and lunch. It was lovely.
Portopee is the shopping centre, shopping mall on our side of Palma, so it's really just 2 minutes away for us, and it's on multiple levels. There's 3 levels now, I think, plus the car parks. So Anita likes to go there, and hello.
I promised you a cup of coffee or shandy. You know Barbara and Ken from Kidderminster.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Steve, while you were away,
Yes.
visiting your family, and you kept on saying, Anita was here and you telling me watch the steps.
Watch the steps. Switch it off down the steps.
This is Larry and Leslie, by the way. They're all the way from
Rowley Regis, Black Country.
Black Country. Not far from us, really.
No.
We're from Stoke originally.
Yeah.
But, yeah. This year we'll have been here for 37 years.
Oh, wow. I think that's wonderful.
We love it.
You've seen some changes there.
Lots and lots of changes, and mostly for the better.
Yeah.
Some things probably not, but mostly for the better.
It's a lovely, lovely.
I don't know if it's us, what we think is.
That was really nice to bump into Larry and Leslie. I'm not very good at remembering names, but there you go, I'll remember that one. So we're just outside the Santa Lucia Hotel. Nice hotel. People ask us for recommendations. I always find it really hard to recommend hotels because we don't stay in them. But family have stayed here at the Santa Lucia and really liked it, and we've got our friends Shauna and Claire coming here just
This
above
place
it.
is just open.
Yes, we've been using the Three Brothers.
Yes.
And
Watching this video.
this used to be the Orion.
Yes.
So
We wondered if it was the Orion.
this was the old Orion. Yeah.
Lovely
And
now.
they've
We've
just
been getting all the staff together over the last 3 or 4 days of training.
Yeah.
it's first night tonight, I think.
It looks very nice. It does.
We've got to
Yeah,
try
try
it.
it. Yes.
See you later.
Bye.
See you. Bye. So right next to the Three Brothers, we have this new restaurant which used to be the Orion Bar and is now Iroko. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, Iroko. But our daughter Serena in the UK had obviously seen it advertised, and we're going to get run over here somewhere.
No menu outside.
But it's looking really smart. I like the colour, sort of a darkish green, nice lighting. Somewhere we're going to have to take a closer look on, maybe on a different occasion. See how it goes. But next door you've got the Three Brothers, so if you want just something very typical, and Three Brothers is exactly the same, but again it's very, very busy. And lots of people actually have mentioned this barbecue, F&C barbecue, BBQ. In fact, we've actually stopped and spoken to people, I think, who've been in here, and get good reports. Nice, you can see all the fresh meat there, all the prices. Fillet steak, 25 euros. It's the most expensive, right down to half a chicken, €9.50.
Is it somebody speaking to us, you know? No.
Sorry? Hello?
Hello?
We follow you on YouTube.
Yes?
She don't believe us. We'll tell you now tomorrow or the day after.
You will be
It
on,
will,
you'll be on
another
tomorrow.
day or so you'll be on there.
All the time. There's Stephen Meeker up there. Maybe this is not Africa. In the corner.
All right.
Anyway,
Lovely.
nice to meet
Enjoy
you.
your
Nice
food.
to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
See you
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
I need to get a picture. Me and my mum and dad always watch you. Can I get a picture?
Really? Yes, of course.
Oh, thanks.
Absolutely.
Right.
Have a photograph taken with us. That's really nice. I like that. Be in somebody else's photo album. I got the camera the wrong way around. Oh, there we go. So we said we family like to stay at the Santa Lucia, and the other one that used to like to stay at was the San Matias, and they're both they're very close to each other, 100 meters apart. Similar sorts of hotels. San Matias though is adults only, so there's no children in there. Not sure about the Santa Lucia. It used to have families. But, they always enjoyed this hotel and the entertainment that they had. My friend Mark Ritchie was a regular, doing his Neil Diamond.
Yeah, he's advertised a lot on Facebook.
Yeah, it's really good entertainer, Mark. The sun's gradually going down. These scooters are very popular.
A new Japanese skier Serena's told us about as well.
Goodness gracious.
Didn't she?
New Japanese.
Yeah.
She didn't think she meant Iraq.
Oh, maybe she did.
Maybe she did. I think so. I think it might all be owned by the same group of people. This is CISO we're going to on the right hand side. And as is quite typical of CISO, there's actually a queue to get in. If you're planning to have that special meal at CISO, you should call in a day or two beforehand and reserve your table. Otherwise you might be disappointed. It's looking very full this evening. They do have an upstairs I'm not sure what that's for. It's for special events. But it's now very, very full, very busy. has already done 10,000 steps. Oh, I think I'll get to 10,000 by the time we
Running around with the girls all day.
Yeah. I've not done very much in the way of running around all day, although one day last week, I think Thursday we had no children in school and it was just really sorting out the room, and I managed to do over 7,000 steps pretty much in my classroom. It's a lot of steps to do in a little classroom. Carrying boxes, moving equipment, clearing shelves.
Losing weight, maybe.
Yeah, she's gone and put new batteries in the scales in the bathroom. Dash. I'll have to try them out, see if they work. Hello. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Enjoying your holiday?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah?
Good.
Where are you from?
Leicestershire.
Sorry?
Leicestershire.
Leicestershire?
Loughborough.
Loughborough?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we sent, in the past we've sent a lot of students there from our schools to Loughborough. There tends to be sporty type things.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, really well known university.
Yes, yeah.
Not too far from where we're from. We're from Stoke.
Hiya.
Just across a bit, nothing.
You're looking very brown.
Enjoying your holiday? Yeah. Where you staying?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I like it there. Yeah. Some of my family have stayed there year after year and
Well,
really
we do.
enjoyed it.
We do.
Yeah.
Come 2-3
Yeah.
times a year.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Hey!
Lovely.
You're almost locals like us.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Thank you. Just been past the Canteen de Sol, and it's
Busy?
nice to see a few people in there. It's been quiet last couple of times we've been by.
Monday.
So the olive tree is closed today. Oh, dear me.
That's why this place is busy.
I think maybe we've done this before in the past, and we've had to go to the Cantina Sol for a drink to get to this stage, and it's you need a drink. Right, have we gone far enough, do you think? Is it about time we turned around?
I think so.
Yeah, we're not going to go all the way to the end here, so we're going to miss out the Blue Bar and all the bars down there, and the Hotel Hawaii, which is just over that way. We're going to go backwards. Got a few clouds today. How about
Monday and Tuesday.
we've had a few spots of rain a couple of days ago. Let's see what. Some of these clouds look quite dark and might put some rain onto the hills. Quite good if it rains at night time though, isn't it? It keeps the dust down.
Dirties the car.
That's been part of the problem recently, is that the rain that we've had has been dirty rain, and it's dumped Sahara sand, dust wherever it's fallen, so that's been mostly on my car, I think. So should I go and take my car for a car wash, or should I wait for that cloud to disappear and wait a couple more days? You know it's going to happen, don't you? You drive into the car wash, you come out and your car's sparklingly clean, and 2 minutes later 3 spots of rain and the car's full of mud again. has sent a message the other day.
Yes. They can-
Sure. Didn't say when she was coming. Sure. She and her family, or certainly her family, will be over here in Palmanova. And just behind Ciso's is the Viceroy Steakhouse, and pleased to announce that that is actually open.
It's Kirsty now.
Hello, hello again. Ah, you got the little ones with you. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
It's so funny, we go home tomorrow.
Do you? Oh, that's
And we're
lucky.
like, we can't believe we never saw Steve and Anita when we
I
were
know,
here.
the whole time that we've been here, watching with my mum and dad, I think I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere else. And I texted like, we just saw them, and she was like, oh, we're so jealous. We're like, oh, we'll have to keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, have they been all right in the sun? They've been
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
hot.
he's totally fine.
Yeah.
Ben's
fantastic.
been sleeping quite good during the day, long
Yeah.
naps, so, but
Been
no,
warm though, hasn't it?
I know.
They're probably similar age to our grandchildren. How old are you? How old are they?
Arthur is 2, he was 2 in March, and he's 2 in a bit, and Eleanor's 9 months.
Yeah, Savannah's 9 months
Oh.
and Luna's 2.
Ah,
So he knows. I think it's grand. What's your name? Eleanor.
yeah.
Hello. You've got beautiful blue eyes, haven't you? Hello.
I know, so we're going home tomorrow, so we've been here for 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Whereabouts are you from?
Let's go.
Glasgow. Rangers or Celtic?
Neither. I don't like
Neither.
football,
Oh.
but man.
Mallorca.
Yes, that's the one, obviously. No, we're not football people.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah.
Yes.
I've got a lot of friends here from Glasgow, and they're very much Rangers supporters. Very much. Anybody wearing green? Whoa.
I know. But no, we're not really that interested.
Hey, well, good to hear you've had a good holiday. Nice to
I
see
know,
you.
and you.
Bye.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Bye.
Two delightful little children. Lovely.
Arthur and Eleanor, same age as Savannah and Luna.
Are you alright? I was getting ready. I'm going, thank you for a good minute. I can see
It's quite hot and sticky now, isn't it?
Yeah, the breeze is dropped, and when the breeze drops, it just starts to feel that bit more humid. Just looking at the screen in Ciso's, and it says they've got a yacht service, so they will, if you're on your exclusive yacht out there, they'll go and pick you up and bring you to Ciso's for your evening meal. It's one of 2 places do that, like in Magaluf as well. So, which way do we go? Are we going right or left when we get to the Santa Lucia?
Reception's half changed.
I suppose we've been right, so we should go left, I suppose. Definitely seems as though it's coming to life now, doesn't it? You've been watching, you're on YouTube.
I sent you an email actually.
Did
Came
you?
from the airport, Kai.
Ah, yes, you did, and telling me about.
Oh wow, it was
Yeah?
bad. Like, my flight was delayed by about 2 hours. And it was just, there wasn't much reason. There was excuses out.
So many flights that are cancelled or delayed at the moment. Where did you come from?
Newcastle.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, I remember Newcastle because that surprised me because Newcastle's a fairly small airport. You expect it at Gatwick or Heathrow or Manchester.
The bigger ones.
The big ones, they've had real problems. And we spoke to somebody sent me a message today from. They went from Gatwick and they'd had terrible trouble. They were due to.
You all right?
Nice to meet you.
Grandson.
Grandson.
Hello, Stephen.
Hi,
You all right?
good to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Same to you.
And thanks for writing to us because
Yes,
I mean, it's,
yeah.
you know, it feels as though I'm getting a bit of two-way communication because I make we make the videos, we walk along, and it's sort of me talking to myself.
Aye.
It's nice to know there's somebody on the
There's
other side
somebody
who's actually
watching,
listening to
aye.
me.
It's good, isn't it?
So it's really good. Yeah.
But, when I got to Palmer Airport, there was a massive queue to get a passport control.
Yeah.
You had the same problem, didn't you?
All right.
Yeah.
Last
But
Saturday
did you come
before
on
last.
separate flights?
Yes.
He come by
I
himself
that.
on
Yes.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We come the week before.
Did it take you long to get through that?
Oh, aye.
Massive queue.
Yes, we were 2 hours from Newcastle late taking off. Then we had to wait an hour. Yes, and then we're getting through. Passport control and all
This is the season just starting. So what's
that.
going to
Yes.
happen?
And you were the same, weren't you?
At the end of
I think
the
you were
month.
about half an hour.
So same
We
with
were like
40
2.5
minutes.
hours.
Yeah.
We were 3 hours late.
Did you have to show your COVID pass as well? You do here on the
Yes, yes, we did. Yes,
I had a test.
Yes, my wife had the
Yeah,
copies.
so
We just showed you the paper and the
Pascal
scan.
locator form.
Yes, it did.
Lots of hassle.
But going back, it's nothing, isn't it? It's
No.
just totally.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Is that wishful thinking?
We're going back next
The
month,
11th
11th of July. We're going back. We're going to Bournemouth, which
All
is
right.
another tiny little airport. So
yeah.
hopefully that's straightforward. So how long are you here for now?
We're back on Friday.
Friday, all of Friday.
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the morning, is it? Easy jet.
Easy jet though, so.
We are
Might be for another week.
We are Friday. We are jet 2. I think 11 o'clock.
They should be okay. Yeah, easy jets.
You're a bit-
had a few problems.
I was looking at the list, EasyJet, and they've had, let's say, 90% of theirs delayed from out of Palma for the last couple of years. So yes.
Well, good luck.
Anyway, thank you for coming to
Yes.
speak to us.
Yeah,
No
thanks
problem.
for coming by.
We'll keep an eye on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right,
No
bye
bother.
then.
Thanks
Thanks
very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I remember Kai wrote to me and he was telling me about his grandparents coming out. No, he was coming out and told me about his experience. And that was from Newcastle, and you expect Newcastle to be a fairly straightforward airport, being a smaller one. So it's not just the big airports that have got the issues. Hello.
Really watching you.
Keep watching. It really is quite astounding just how many people do watch videos. Hopefully we're doing you a good service, something we enjoy doing. And it means it means we get out for a walk, get some fresh air, and sometimes stop off for a little beer. We might even have something to eat. Somebody recycling their bottles. surprised Anita's not crossed over to be nearer the shops. You're doing a good job, dear. Oh, I know, you've been shopping all day with the girls, haven't you? Are you shopped out? What did you buy today then?
We buy clothes for the girls. I gave them €10 spending money each.
Alright. That sounds dangerous. What did they spend that on?
Indy bought some horrible slime, which I had
Slime.
I had to ask her mum if she could have. And I bought it by the time she replied and said no. No, she said yes.
So why are
I
children
don't
so,
like it, it's horrible.
so fascinated by
She's
slime?
making you play with it.
You're trying to make me play with it. I was not so keen. I must say, I used to have a science club before the COVID thing. And we used to, one of the thing they always wanted to do was make slime. We did actually do it a few times.
And then she had a little mini Barbie doll, a Chelsea doll that she had, which I'm going to knit a blanket for. And then Freya had some makeup, which she enjoyed putting on Grandad tonight.
Yeah, she did. So I come in from work. The first thing she wants to do is put makeup on Grandad. I've wiped it off now, though.
And a little cocoa melon car. We love cocoa melon. So that was what they spent their money on. We had a lovely lunch.
Merry-go-round's looking good across the road. Not many children on it, but it looks good.
Llévala luego que se tome algo. Y llévala luego por la noche que tome algo. Comprarle a papá algo.
No, papá tiene ahí un montón de cosas que tengo yo guardadas.
And we're just coming to this little area where we've got 2 or 3 bars together. Jalicious, Taylor's Cocktail Bar, which we went to a couple of weeks ago, and had a really good meal there. I had a super burger, didn't I? So someone was saying, where can we go instead of going to McDonald's? Well, Taylor's had a really good burger.
Even football on the television.
And across the road, Monroe's, they had some live entertainment last week. So Anita's saying there's football on the TV. Everton versus Southampton. Southampton are winning. I don't know what that match is. Embroidery machine, that brings back memories. So we're going past this curry place again, Tandoori Night, Indian International. Is this the night we call in, or are we going to save it for another night? I think we need something a little lighter this evening, dear. I do love Indian food, but it doesn't always agree with me late in the evening. So we'll save that one for another occasion. I have got to go to work tomorrow.
I have as well.
Oh, sorry, yes, it's Tuesday tomorrow, I forgot. Anita does her 1 day a week on a Tuesday. Is this your last one?
It is.
Last working day until September. Boutique with bargains there, Anita's eyes have lit up. You're on YouTube.
You're on YouTube. Really?
go to Max's.
Max's, there's a thought. Port a call.
And tennis is on as well. Lucia's playing.
This is This is quite a keen tennis watcher. Both of us used to play a little bit. Nothing very serious. And usually I was like accident prone, so gave that one up.
Andrew Murray's playing somebody's name begins with D with a big long name.
Alright, somebody beginning with a D with a big long name.
Over there.
Wow, there's a big. God, they're vying for big screens, aren't they? That one's huge, isn't it?
Wow, it's massive there. Cross over. You can see the score in the other one.
Who's that? Are we coming across?
Which bar is this? Castaways.
Castaways. Are we getting there?
No,
No.
Duck. James.
We have been to the El Tano. Italian, what's this one? Best cocktails in town. We don't do cocktails, so I don't do cocktails. I'm applying a pint, man. Oh, there's a Madras, another Indian. Oh,
We'll try one of those another
that
day.
used to be El Tano, and now it's an Indian, so. Oh, and look who's here. Number 7, it's. Yeah, but he's here now. He's on holiday here. Cristiano Ronaldo. He must have been in to have his picture painted. Sketched. Been in the news of quite a bit that Cristiano Ronaldo on holiday here. He doesn't actually keep it very quiet. I think he likes to be front and centre. Don't usually come over this side. There's a Spar supermarket, and then there's Peter Statler. I'm going to have to say hello to Peter Statler. Hello, how are you?
Everything alright?
All very good. How's things?
You always take doing all the videos.
Always doing videos. Nice. It was good to see you.
Everything good?
Yeah. That's Peter Statler. And, we taught him when we first came. He tells us now he's.
That's his bar.
Compact. So we taught him when we first came. I taught him when we first came here in 1985. Wow. So just coming up to the Dolphin Bar. Hello. Just above the.
And a nails, another nail place.
We were looking for nail bars in Hagera, wasn't it? We couldn't find one, and we've come across about 2 or 3 now. But above the Dolphin is the Mallorca Senses Hotel, which is a really nice hotel. I did actually have a little bit of a tour by the manager a couple of weeks ago, and he was showing me around on the roof terrace. So it was really nice. It looks a really nice hotel. Been quite an exciting evening, hasn't it? Certainly not a quiet evening, not for us. the lights going now as the sun sets. Time is it? Just to give you an idea, it's 9:15. I think sunsetting time is about 9:15. It depends on the mountains actually, because it's going to go beyond the mountains. So a little bit earlier than that here, because it's already gone behind the mountains, I think. So if you are looking for that sunset photograph, as we were in Santa Ponsa, it's a good idea to go a little bit earlier, because you need to take mountains into consideration. We made it by the skins of our teeth, actually.
This happens really quickly, doesn't it?
It happens really quickly, yeah, and we were just in time to watch about half of the sun go below the horizon, below the mountains in the distance. But it was beautiful, lovely colours. Hi.
Hi.
I wonder when people do that, do they know they're going to be on YouTube doing that? I suppose I may never know unless they actually send me a comment. Right, we're going past another very noisy place. They've got records actually, which are cut out in different designs, really quite good, and they're playing Thriller. Oh, that brings back some memories, doesn't it? I think it was one of the albums we bought many moons ago.
The Lotus hidden away somewhere.
I doubt it, dear. Okay, yeah. I think I sold all our albums at a record fair in Palma many years ago.
We've got the marine land tickets anyway.
Yeah. And we're back up by McDonald's. Must be new. I can smell the wood. You can smell the wood, or the pine. Across the road says a pint $1.95.
Pint of water. The water's really expensive.
Underneath it says pint $2.95 as well, so I don't know, different beers. San Miguel. That's as cheap as you're going to get. Can't tell what the other beers are that are $2.95. And we go to a restaurant and the water was €3.50, I think. Water! And it wasn't even a pint. We've got the fish ponds with the people with their feet in nibbling away, the fish are nibbling away at their toes. Definitely not my idea of fun. Certainly in Portals now, so you can go for a swim there and have it done free because the fish will nibble at your toes. Sea Rose restaurant.
Used to come here for Sunday lunch, didn't we?
We used to many years ago. It's actually a really quite spectacular view, just sitting looking over the bay, so it's a really nice place to sit. And then they've got this terrace outside where you can come and have your cocktail, a pint of beer in my case. Nice and busy. Still one or two people on the beaches, but the beaches are now getting cleared. I must start looking at videos from the first lockdown period, just after that, because we came down here and at this time of the year the place was totally deserted, wasn't it? There was nobody around. Nobody on the beach in June. It was crazy. There's the Colmena, the beehive. That's one of the places we very often stop for a drink, and sometimes a bite to eat as well. It's quite cheap and cheerful food. We go there usually for something like chicken and chips or a burger and chips. So just looking across the road to see what places might be available. It's looking pretty busy over there, dear. This is El Chiringo. This is used to be Abracadabra years ago. The Petit Bistro. This is the Portugal Max's, which is looking very, very busy. Good to see him pull up. Max's now is American diner. More burger, I think. Look at this, absolutely packed, packed full. This is Rossini's, Italian restaurant. Thai, it's closed. Saffron and Indian. My tapas. Well, we've just had a lovely set of tapas, nice glass of wine, I've had a nice shandy and a really good meal.
Lovely meal.
My tapas across the road there. First time we've been there actually. Place we've intended to go to and we've just never got around to it. But we've done it tonight and really good. So
very, very thoroughly recommended.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of our walk because it's getting dark now. It's coming up to, my goodness, nearly 10 o'clock. Thanks very much for watching and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye, thank you.
We've just come up from having dinner. We went to My Tapas.
My tapas was really nice.
Sorry, what's your name? And where are you from?
I'm Madeline.
Patron.
Yeah, sorry.
Right. What are you studying?
I do law.
Law. Right, that sounds a bit tricky. Sounds like a lot of studying. I'm a chemist, so I studied chemistry.
Which year are you in? I've just finished second year.
it's getting very, very dark now. It's I think a lot of our videos are ending up with little postscripts, and really nice to meet those people just having a drink. And well, bye for now again, and we'll see you in the next video. This is now a postscript to the postscript, because we'd actually stopped the video down at my tapas, and then we came up and met some more people. Now we've met Ken and Barbara, who we'd met a couple of times, well, once before. And we saw you at Son Ferrer in the market there, and then we met Mark, your son, which actually just at the bottom of this road, just by total.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me
But
about
really
it.
nice. Nice to see you again, isn't it? How much longer are you here for?
Only another.
Yeah.
We've been here for 2 weeks. We've had a halfway through. Hang on another week.
Yes.
Perfect.
Then we come again in September.
So nice to be back.
It's been hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, it's lovely now.
You get used to it.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. So we usually go back to England. Well, we're going back a couple of weeks' time. We'll be going back to England, and we'll spend most of the summer there.
Yes.
And we'll come back to the 14th of August.
Yeah, ready for school.
Well, the Saturday before we came away, it rained all day, never stopped. And Mark said it was the same this Saturday. So,
So we're having the postscript to the postscript to the postscript, and I'm not sure where we are with postscripts, but lovely to see Ken and Barbara again from Kidderminster. Yeah, I remember. Anyway, it is bye for now, because the car's just across the road and there's no people around for us to bump into.
It's very dark.
And it's getting very dark as well. So it's good night from me.
Good night from me. Night.